In February 2021, the Central Bank of Nigeria released a letter addressed to banks and other financial institutions stating that dealing in cryptocurrencies and facilitating payment for cryptocurrency exchanges are now prohibited. However, there are reports that the Apex Bank might launch a central bank digital currency pilot by the end of 2021. With its CBDC, the country will be targeting financial inclusion and remittances, a move several other central banks in the world are already exploring. Our guest this week, Chimezie Chuta, founder of the Blockchain Nigeria User Group, shares with us how we can build our digital economy.
Chuta, glad to have you on Tech Trends today.
Thank you so much, CFA. Always a pleasure to join you on this show. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Let's start by looking at the future of money and how technology is changing the game.
All right. For the past 100 years, the global financial system has, on a fundamental level, remained the same, untouched and undisrupted. Someone once said that the only innovation we have seen over this period is the arrival of the ATM machine. Otherwise, it has always been the same system that we've been using. But the arrival of a couple of fourth industrial revolution types of technologies have kickstarted a new revolution in the financial systems. We are seeing how blockchain technology is driving new types of assets, new kinds of money, and they are set to disrupt the global financial system.
Let me take you on this particular issue, and I'd like to get your thoughts, because some would say that we're not even maximizing or even trying to leverage blockchain properly. They were just trading, and there is no value in trading. I mean, it's just like the same way where our economy is fueled by importation. How would you react to such an argument?
Well, trading and speculations are natural occurrences when people see value in any asset class, be it real estate, be it hospitality, be it in importation or wherever. Wherever people feel that they could speculate the price action and profit from it, then they will do that. So that's exactly what is happening in the crypto space. And people are speculating the performances of these technologies and how these technologies are gearing to build the next unicorn that will replace Amazon, Facebook, and so on. And people are speculating on the underlying assets that will drive those innovations. So you will not in any way fault anyone who takes advantage of that. Yes, it's volatile, as people may say, but I mean, volatility market is one of the advantages in trading assets anywhere in the world. People crave for volatility. So you need to have the right understanding. You have to have the clear picture of your strategy in approaching that market. Without it, probably you'll be a victim, because pigs get slaughtered every day in the financial market.
Let's look at what the CBN has tried to do with the CBDC announcement. Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, first thing is the fact that private citizens could create and issue currencies, cryptocurrencies, is a direct challenge to the authority of the central bank. All right. Now, the CBDC is the central bank restoring its power and authoritarian supremacy and sovereignty to continue to issue currencies for the countries and jurisdictions where they control. Now, this is more like a challenge and a battle of wits. Okay, so in the coming years, we're going to be asking to get the answers to the question, who's going to win this battle? Will the CBDCs win, or will the privately issued currencies win? For me, I think personally that the arrival of CBDC and cryptocurrency provides more opportunity for the consumer. The consumer is the winner in this whole innovation space. The consumer, the user, is the winner, because you're having the two alternatives. I mean, the best of two worlds. In CBDC, yes, we have this expectation that CBDC will probably help to drive lower transactions, faster and cheaper movement of money locally and domestically, and provide a lot more flexibility in managing monetary policies of the central banks that issue them. But of course, they also have a couple of drawbacks. Okay, so for me, I believe strongly that it's a good thing that central bank or central banks generally are issuing CBDCs. Is a very good thing, because the CBDCs will be compatible with the internet technology when it comes to movement of value across board. And like we have tried to advise when we had the opportunity to speak with the technical committee from the CBN, we let them know that CBDC should not, or is not supposed to be, just a payment system, rather an infrastructure that could drive several other innovations like tokenization that is really part of the blockchain technology. It will really make a lot of difference if the infrastructure powers the payment system and other technologies that are useful, including IDs, digital IDs that will make it easy for verification of identities of users. Okay, so there is quite a lot that the technology will do, but it needs to be properly managed even before you go ahead to deploy them.
All right, Chuta, I think this is our friend on this show. So I'll say finally, what is the ecosystem doing? Because I know that a lot of the things that you guys do now is sort of self-regulation. How are you guys dealing with the issue of fraud and scam in the crypto space?
Well, first of all, we try to provide quality education across board in the ecosystem to make sure that people have the right understanding. I mean, self-regulation is really very challenging when you don't have the full backing of the agencies that have given you the powers to be able to enforce. Okay, so what we could do is provide the right education, make sure that people have the opportunity to learn, and warn them when there is need to be warned, when we identify challenging situations that people need to be warned about. But on a fundamental level, the industry has come together under Beacon, which is a blockchain industry coordinating committee of Nigeria, to create a crypto anti-scam task force within this body. And this anti-scam task force even came out with a comprehensive document on how to manage and combat crypto scams in Nigeria. So a lot of work is being done, and there's been a lot of collaboration, a lot of engagements with other regulatory agencies to make sure that the key challenge or the key concerns that regulators, especially central bank, have concerning the use of cryptocurrencies in Nigeria are addressed. For instance, they talked about the use of cryptocurrencies for money laundering, for terrorism finance, and there's a whole lot of other things that are not quite acceptable. So in as much as these things are there, we need to show them that yes, it is not only cryptocurrencies that people can possibly use. In fact, the data from Chainalysis shows that only below 10% of transactions coming out from Nigeria can be associated with nefarious activities. But we need to work with these agencies, show them and give them some level of comfort that this technology can actually be organized in such a way that they can help to drive innovation instead of using any instrument to try to subdue it.
All right, Chuta, thank you for being on the show today. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks a lot, Guy, and keep up the good work.